You know what? I used to like this little song, but I don't even like the song no more, y'all. See, they take everything and they defile it. You see, they took Most High's rainbow, that his promise to us. They took that and defiled it and turned it into something that, an abomination, you see. And now they didn't took this song and turned it into the LGBTQ national anthem. That's what it is. It's their national anthem now. They got their little fan and they twerking. It's just it just I just don't even like the song no more, y'all. But notice, how they push this stuff in our communities, the black and Hispanic Native American communities. You see, this stuff is growing at a rampant rate, you know. Our men are defiled, they can't even change a flat tire. And see, mom is okay with this, Mom is okay with it. And dad, he's just off in la la land somewhere. He allowing mama to raise this man, to be a woman. You see, that's what it is. They're allowing these men to come up as women. This is a woman in a man's body. Now, the enemy, he understands, Satan understands that, you know, as long as our men are like this, they're out of order, they weak, effeminate, they soft. He understands that it's easy to keep us on the bottom. It's easier to control your people if they are weak and effeminate, soft like a marshmallow. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 3. In chapter 3, verse 27, it says, no man can enter into a strong man's house. See, if you're a manly man, you got testosterone running through your veins. You see, there's no sugar in your tank. He cannot enter your house. So it says, no man can enter a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man. If I can push this agenda, this LGBTQ agenda on the blacks and Hispanics, Native American people, then I can bind him. There's no strong men in their community. And then he will spoil his house. Then he's going to spoil your house. He's going to take what you have. You see, the women are out of order. The men are upside down, dancing and twerking in the streets with a fan. You see, they can't change a flat tire. They can't change a light bulb. You see, the marriages, the family unit is destroyed. And the whole house of Israel is just on the bottom. It can't get up because there's no strong men in the house. Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. It says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So if the Lord is a man of war, he's going to have an army. You see, we are his army. We are his battle axe. Do you think that brother is ready for war? Do you think that God is going to choose him to be his battle axe when the time comes? No, he's not going to be one of the chosen people, that God is going to choose to carry out his will. Let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men. That brother is not a mighty man. That is a mighty woman in a man's body. They shall climb the wall like men of war. See, God is a man of war, so his men, his people, the sons of God, are going to be men of war. They're not going to be dancing and twerking, with a fan in the kitchen. And they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. See that? Verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the walls. Like that movie Spider-Man, that's where they get it. From our book, from our history. You see, they took our records. This is where the Ish people get all these superhero movies from. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Look at verse 11. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. Like I said, we are his army. So there's no room for effeminate brothers, soft like marshmallows in the army. There's no room for that. The heathens will allow you to join their army, allow trainees and all this stuff in their military, but Most High ain't having it. So he shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word. The men in his army are strong. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right, let's go back up to verse 8 because I skipped this. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, if one of the heathens, one of the enemies, hit us with a 50 caliber bullet, or try to stab us with a bayonet or anything, a 45 caliber bullet, if they shall fall, when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So this is telling you, when Most High raise his armies up, we're going to be in angelic form. We're going to be indestructible. You see, our bodies are going to be impenetrable. So we're not going to have any cupcakes, in the military next to us. You see, we're not going to have weak, effeminate men, in the military, that, with their nails painted and carrying a fan. Shalom.